Live from Ksat 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
All right, let's take a live look out at the Alamo City sun. Kind of peeking out there. I think it's out. It's just, shrouded by clouds. 74 degrees to start your Sunday morning. How warm will it get today? When will we see rain? Yes, we will see rain. We're going to check in with Justin in just a few moments. For now, good morning.
Good morning.
It is 8 o'clock this Sunday. We are more than halfway through October.
Oh my gosh.
I got to say, so July, obviously record-breaking day after record-breaking day. But now, are you okay? I mean, we walked outside. It felt like we were still in summer.
I know, but I'm okay because today things are all going to change.
After today.
After today.
That's right.
Later today. Tonight.
Later today. Okay. Are you okay? Are you ready? You got the blanket ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for a cold front. I'm ready for some rain. We desperately need the rain.
We really need the rain. So, Justin, when will the rain arrive?
Well, we think we'll start to see the rain sort of move in tonight, but more so tomorrow. So you'll notice some showers and storms around. We could even see a few strong storms out west this evening. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But yeah, rain chances are here. And the weather headlines, it's all about this cold front. And it is exciting news to have this cold front come through. Today is our last warm day, really. If you're looking at the 7-day forecast, we'll be in the 90s this afternoon. That front comes through tonight. Cooler, windy. We're going to get some gusty winds tomorrow. It'll feel a lot like fall. And then rain, yes, a decent shot at some showers and storms tonight through tomorrow. Right now, 74 degrees, mostly cloudy. Look at the dew points. It's 69, so it's extremely sticky out there if you're walking out the door right now. 73 in New Braunfels, 71 Gonzales, 73 Carrizo Springs, 70s to go around. Humidity is going to keep the numbers up this morning. Here's our KSAT 12-hour forecast. 77 degrees at 10 o'clock. If you're planning out your Sunday, know that it will be in the 90s this afternoon. And there will be some small chances for rain this evening. 88 degrees at 6 o'clock, 86 at 7 p.m. More importantly, though, be ready for those changes by tomorrow morning. The morning commute could be impacted, and as you head off to work and school, it will be very, very different. Rain chances 60% on your Monday. So that's tomorrow is the day where we have our best shot at seeing some downpours. Do want to pass this along. This is I-10 at Hackberry. TransGuide showing us that we have a full closure, it looks like, of I-10, and I do believe this is eastbound. Everyone is being forced to exit. This looks like an accident, and we'll show you here on the map, and you can see the slowdown there eastbound. It does look like we have a full closure of I-10, or at least folks are being asked to exit off the main freeway there. We'll have more information on that as it comes in, guys.
All right, Justin Horn, thank you so much. Well, new this morning, an overnight argument between neighbors on the southwest side ends with one in the hospital. This is what we know right now. San Antonio police telling us they responded to a call about someone being shot early this morning. When they got there, police say they even heard more gunshots. One person was shot, taken to BAMC at last check in serious condition. Now, there were reports of a second person being shot. Still no signs of anyone showing up to any local hospitals with gunshot wounds. But right now, investigators are still working, still trying to figure out what exactly happened here, who was responsible, and who could be facing charges.
A man is in the hospital this morning after crashing into a tree overnight on the city's northeast side. This happened just before 1 this morning. San Antonio police say the driver was speeding eastbound on the frontage road of I-10, drove off the road right into a tree. He was taken to downtown Metro and is expected to be okay. Charges are pending for driving while intoxicated.
Well, nearly 2 weeks after 17-year-old Eric Cantu was shot by a former SAPD officer, Eric Cantu's family says that Eric is still struggling on life support.
The family gave an update on his condition yesterday through a statement from their attorney saying in part, quote, Day 12's night was one of the most horrible nights as far aside from the night he was shot. Daily progress is slow, if any at all, but setbacks like this put us in fear of his journey forward, end quote.
So the statement goes on to say the family will wait to make a public appearance until Eric's condition improves. They appreciate the support. Remember, Cantu was shot by James Brennan back on October 2nd. Brennan now facing charges, 2 counts of aggravated assault by a public servant, and he is out of jail on bond. Well, early voting is just around the corner. There are so many questions when it comes to various elections across the Lone Star State.
So joining us in today's Leading Essay segment is John Taylor, Department Chair and Professor of the Department of Political Science at UTSA. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for getting up early and joining us.
Good morning.
So, Professor Taylor, there are so many races around the state. Obviously, one that people are looking at closely, the race for governor. So how does the race look like from your perspective, and what issues are you focusing on that could actually sway some voters?
You know, it's fascinating. The public polling suggests that Beto O'Rourke is down to Governor Abbott by anywhere between 4 to 7 points. I strongly suspect that the internal polling for the Abbott campaign especially is probably telling him something different. Why? Because of all the negative ads we're seeing all over TV, radio, and elsewhere. That tells you that his internal polling probably says this race is a lot closer. Beto O'Rourke is definitely campaigning like it's a lot closer. And so it is fascinating because the difference between the two, Abbott is not making many campaign appearances. Beto, of course, is barnstorming the state of Texas, getting enthusiastic welcomes like at UTSA, among other places lately. And so it makes you think that this race may really come down to the wire, and that there are certain issues that we may not be capturing well. For example, the issue related to reproductive choice, abortion, after the Dobbs decision back in June, overturning Roe. The issue of gun safety regarding Uvalde and the aftermath of that. But then on the other side, Abbott has been pressing the issue of property tax reform, the impact of inflation and how that's impacting people. And so both sides, it's kind of fascinating just to watch how they're advertising, because you see where O'Rourke is going with the issues that are going to resonate with younger voters, with women, with people of color. On the other hand, you've got Abbott's ads, which are aimed more toward economic development, maintaining where he's been and where he wants to take the state.
Are there any other particular races across the state that you're watching closely?
Oh, absolutely. The Lieutenant Governor's race between Mike Collier and Lieutenant Governor Patrick, the Attorney General's race between Attorney General Paxton and Garcia. You've got a couple of fascinating races as well at the local level, be they for county judge between Sakai and DeBerry, House District 118 between Lujan and Ramirez, even the Bexar County District Attorney's race. And so across the ballot, there are a number of races that are fun to watch, that are relatively close, or we think may be relatively close. And are definitely, I think, going to be at least compelling to the voters in in 8 days from now when early voting starts.
Now, Bexar County has predominantly been blue historically these last few years. But we hear this idea of the blue wave across the state. We heard it a lot in 2020, whether that's in the legislature or in federal positions. Do you see that coming to fruition this election or anytime soon?
Now, this is not a good year for Democrats nationally, and that tends to have an effect down ballot to state races, which is why Democrats across the state of Texas are kind of fighting a bit of an uphill battle. That said, can they defeat the crosswinds, the headwinds that are taking place? Maybe. Beto O'Rourke suggests that they can. The problem is the way currently Democrats are positioned in the state house and state senate. It's going to be a bit of a reach for them to actually control 1 or 2 houses after November.
So we know you joined Ksat Q&A to talk about the January 6th commission. What sort of impact are you seeing that have on the midterms?
Not necessarily all that much. I think positions are pretty solidified between Republicans and Democrats alike on this. Democrats will say, Trump's got to be indicted. Republicans are saying, no, it's a witch hunt. And you're not getting a lot of, I think, movement either way at this point. People are pretty set, at least in their opinions regarding the January 6th committee. So
I'm glad you brought it up in terms of the gubernatorial race, where we see one side talking about guns and abortion rights, the other talking about crime and the economy and inflation. We keep seeing polls where voters say economy and crime is at the top of their minds. Other than the governor's race, how have we seen candidates address them, whether it's their ads or their campaign styles?
It's primarily their ads. I mean, I think, for example, I saw an Abbott ad that's been all over the place, watching college football yesterday, seeing it everywhere, in which he's tying Beto O'Rourke to Joe Biden about crushing inflation, about how it's actually interrupting and ruining people's dreams, and how, join me and support my campaign and we'll put a stop to this. That's nice. You can also, get reduce male pattern baldness, among other things, too. But that's not going to happen immediately. Politicians love to promise things that often don't happen.
All right, Professor Taylor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. If anyone missed any part of the interview, we're going to have the full thing throughout the morning, throughout the afternoon. Just head to ksat.com. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, sir.
Betcha. Thank you.
Time now, just about 8:10, 74 degrees out.
A musical here in San Antonio has a unique way of including the audience during their show. We'll tell you about that just ahead.
And coming up, behind the kitchen door, a local restaurant had not one, but 4 different unwelcome guests. We're going to give you a look.
All right, 74 degrees. I feel like it's kind of like the calm before the storm.
Could be literally.
Literally. Well, we're having a cold front blow in later tonight, but Justin says it's going to bring some much needed rain. How much rain can we anticipate? He'll let us know when we come back. All right, flies buzzing around a snack shop, moldy lettuce and cheese, and a variety of insects at a fruit store.
So these are just some of the violations that inspectors found at San Antonio businesses. Here's a look at behind the kitchen door.
El Chango Loco in the 2800 block of Pleasanton earned an 82 on their recent inspection. Cut fruits were being stored in refrigerators that were too warm, and there were containers of corn and pickles without date markings. Several flies were present, the inspector reminding the business to keep the back door closed and to have the AC service to keep the kitchen cool. An employee was seen putting on gloves without washing their hands, and boxes of chips, drinks, and utensils needed to be removed from the floor and placed higher up. A re-inspection was ordered. Texas Meat and Grocery Store in the 3600 block of Culebra had moldy lettuce and cheese in a cooler. It was thrown out. The reach-in cooler where sausage, eggs, and hot dogs were stored was not the proper temperature. Clean dishes on the drying rack still had food splattered on them. A hand-washing sink was not working, and employees were keeping their open drinks in a deli cooler, and a dark residue around the walls near the mop sink needed to be removed. They were given a score of 83. Fruteria La Misión in the 500 block of White Avenue got an 84 on their inspection. Cut fruits and cups were too warm. Other fruits for sale, including watermelon and pineapple, all needed to be removed from the blocks of ice they were stored on. Instead, they needed to be in containers or protective wrap. The ice machine had a black mold-like residue, and there were several crickets, roaches, fruit flies, and house flies throughout the business. Holes in the ceiling needed to be fixed, and a detailed cleaning of the kitchen was also needed. A re-inspection was ordered. That's what's behind the kitchen door. Tim Gerber, Ksat 12 News.
All right, time now, just about 8:16, 74 degrees. So Justin, Sarah's very upset because it's not fall temps yet.
And I need some rain too. Can you do something about that?
I'm going to do something about it right now.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm with you though. It has been such a tough summer and even start to the fall. Now we're finally starting to see some changes. As we look across North Texas, we can pick out where that front is. We've got showers and storms along it. And this is kind of what we have to look forward to. This energy will eventually shift south, and we'll have some scattered showers and storms coming up tomorrow. The front's just not here yet, so we're going to have one more day of warm temperatures. But there is the front right now, starting to bring rain to places like Dallas, Fort Worth, and along the Red River. Texas Panhandle, there is a flood watch out for parts of West Texas where the rain could be particularly heavy there. And then we're going to watch for a couple of strong storms out west today. I think the risk is really pretty low here, but a few storms could come off the mountains of Mexico and produce some hail and maybe some gusty winds. Something we'll look for, but it's a low end risk for any sort of severe weather this afternoon. As we look outside for you, mostly cloudy skies, 74 degrees at the airport, and boy, is it humid. Dew points in the upper 60s. South-southeasterly winds at about 7 miles per hour. 71 Kerrville, 74 Hondo, 74 Uvalde, 71 Pleasanton. 70s go around. You get the idea. The humidity keeping temperatures up this morning, and we'll eventually make it into the 90s later today. Dew points starting to see some low 70s there in southern Bexar County, so that puts us in the oppressive category. Yes, it is sticky out there. All right, let's jump right to the forecast. So here's how I think it plays out today. By 5 o'clock, a 20% chance of rain. Most of the rain is going to be to our north where that front is. This front's kind of slow moving. But by midnight, it begins to move into the area. We'll up the rain chances to 40%. And then by tomorrow morning, 60% chance of rain. This is around 7 o'clock. Showers, a few storms. We'll watch for some heavier rain out west, places like Del Rio and Eagle Pass. But this is significant because the morning commute, of course, and you're sending those kids to school. You'll want to send them with perhaps a jacket and an umbrella as changes will be underway at this point. And then showers continue across the area into the afternoon, 40% chance. And then by tomorrow night, we'll start to see the rain chances come down a little bit. As far as rainfall potential, how much rain can we see? I know we need a lot, but the best, I think the highest totals will be out west, places like Eagle Pass and Del Rio, where we could see up to 3 inches in some cases, isolated cases. Everyone else, probably a ½ inch to an inch if we're lucky. So that's not a huge number, but it is something, and it's good to see rain in the forecast. For today, 81 degrees by 11 o'clock, noontime 84, partly cloudy. We'll go partly cloudy by the afternoon, 90 degrees, 91 our high. There is a small chance of some showers and storms late this evening, but just a 20% shot. 86 degrees at 7 o'clock. It's tomorrow where we bring those rain chances way up. 68 degrees at 7 o'clock, 60% chance of rain. And I actually think temperatures decrease as we get into the afternoon. So we could be looking at mid-60s by dinner time, and it's also windy. I'll caution you there. Gusts could be up around 35 miles per hour out of the north. So windy, cooler, and somewhat rainy tomorrow. That's the big change. 68 degrees Tuesday. I think we'll see some slow clearing. Still pretty windy too. Once we get those skies to clear, then we get some good radiational cooling Wednesday and Thursday morning. We'll start off in the 40s both days, afternoons in the 70s. Now that's your fall weather that you wanted, Sarah.
Thank you, Justin.
You got it.
Yeah.
And even going into the weekend, we'll see some pretty nice weather.
Yeah, I approve.
Okay.
2 days starting in the 40s.
You can actually make soup and eat it and not sweat while you're eating soup.
At what time are you
sweat.
eating the soup?
I love soup.
At 6 a.m. when it's going to be the coldest time of the day?
Sure.
Okay.
And I drink a hot latte.
Breakfast of Champions. Time now, 8:20, 74 degrees out.
Go Astros! They are one game closer to the World Series. More on last night's game that had fans on both teams feeling impatient.
Oh my God, it was a marathon.
I know.
6 hours. But hey, Astro fans can't be too upset this morning. All right, you know who also can't be upset? Anyone who won the lottery. Taking a look at those numbers, pick 3, 690, Fireball 5, Daily 4, 1182, Fireball 1.
Cash 5, 9, 18, 25, 30, 34. Texas Lotto, 117, 28, 34, 36, 41. I don't believe there was a winner last night for the Powerball. It was a big jackpot, just under, I believe, $500 million. 32, 30, 40, 58, 62, Powerball 15, Power Play 5.
Good morning, welcome back. How about those Astros? Taking to Seattle for the Mariners' first home playoff game since 2001. Didn't go the Mariners' way. Fans obviously pumped for Game 3 of the ALDS. Mariners and Astros jumping right to the top of the 18th inning. Yes, 18th inning. It's because we had a scoreless ball game. Astros' Jeremy Pena hits a solo shot to center field. The Astros taking a 1-0 lead, finally scoring after 6 hours of baseball. And as you can imagine, that took the life right out of T-Mobile Park. And Garcia would retire the side of the bottom of the 18th. The Houston Astros winning 1-0, sweeping the 3-game series, advancing to the ALCS for the 6th straight season. We had a lot of college games, a lot of college football yesterday. We talked about it earlier this morning. UT won. Big, important. But a reminder, some big games today in the NFL. Jets, Packers, Bills, Chiefs, and of course, the game of the day, Sunday Night Football, Cowboys, Eagles.
What time? What time does that game start?
I believe it's 7:20.
Oh, might be in bed already.
Well,
are you going to stay up for this game? It's your team.
I'm going to do my best, but I got to say it's one of the advantages, one of the many advantages living in Texas because it's 8:20 in the East Coast.
Oh man.
I know.
How do you think your Eagles are going to do against?
All right, let's see.
Everyone else's Cowboys.
I identify with Michael Parsons. He's my guy. I think he's healthy. I think he's going to be a game changer.
Okay.
Yeah. Time now, just about 8:26, 74 degrees out.
All right, police have arrested a man who is a suspect in the murders of 6 men. What police are saying about how they found him and what charges he could be facing.
And still ahead, a Texas team behind bars after a police chase in Nebraska. What deputies found in the trunk of the car. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Sarah Acosta. It's Sunday, October 16th. Can you believe we are almost done with October? Halfway through.
Halfway through. We're more than halfway
No,
through.
I know, but it's just like, I don't, October is my favorite month of the year.
Okay, so you know what? We'll go glass half full. You still have 2 more weeks, and you still have Halloween.
I still have to do the pumpkin thing, the pumpkin carving.
Okay.
Already did the decorations. Have to think about a costume. It's
You
just,
have to think about a costume.
I still have to think about a costume.
Okay. Justin Horn, have you picked out your costume yet?
No, but I feel overwhelmed all of a sudden. I got a lot to do.
I mean, Sarah just told us October's almost over.
No kidding. Well, one thing we know for sure is that it's going to feel more like October as we get into tomorrow. Cold front comes through tonight, brings about big changes. Right now, we're sitting at 74 degrees, 71 in Kerrville, 68 Rock Springs, 72 in Carrizo Springs. It's a warm, muggy morning. If you're going out for the run, know that it is going to be feeling a little bit like summer, at least at the moment. 91 degrees today, but look at the changes next couple of days. 65 Monday, 60% chance of showers. It'll be cloudy. We get gusty winds, and we'll see some slow clearing on Tuesday, but highs only in the upper 60s. So what a change with this frontal boundary, and it is about time. As we look at the live radar, there are some showers out there well to our north. We'll be keeping a close eye on the radar throughout the day. There could be some showers that work their way into the hill country later this afternoon and this evening. We'll also be watching for a few storms coming off the mountains of Mexico near Del Rio and Eagle Pass. There's a possibility there for a few storms. So here's how it plays out today. 81 degrees at 11 o'clock, 84 noontime. Then we're up around 90 by 3 p.m., 91 by 4 p.m. with a 10% chance of rain. Then we'll bring it up to a 20% chance of rain as we head into this evening, and then much better rain chances by tomorrow. We'll time all that out for you. We'll talk more about temperatures and how the rest of the work week looks. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Justin, thank you. 2 people are now behind bars facing charges in connection with a drug smuggling operation at the Bexar County Jail. One of those suspects, a former BCSO deputy. According to the arrest affidavit, deputies intercepted a phone call about an alleged drug exchange. It was between a 24-year-old woman, Halisha Neely, and a 24-year-old inmate, DeAndre Ross. Deputies followed Neely from her job as she allegedly made a drug deal with a man in a vehicle. That man, 20-year-old Isaiah Palomo, was a BCSO probation deputy. Fellow deputies pulled him over and found stashed cocaine inside some paperwork. Palomo has been fired.
A police chase in Nebraska ends with a Texas teenager behind bars. So on Friday, state troopers arresting 17-year-old Tyler Rowans. Police had been searching for Rowans and his mother, who disappeared from the Houston area just last week. When officers pulled the teen over, they discovered the body of a woman inside the trunk. The teenager taken to the hospital with injuries resulting from a crash. Right now, the Harris County Sheriff says the woman's identity remains unknown at this time.
A man has been arrested in Stockton in connection to a series of killings in the city and one in Oakland. So 43-year-old Wesley Brownlee was arrested overnight. Authorities say Brownlee could be facing charges for murders of 6 men that were linked through ballistics. The police chief said the arrest was made possible thanks to the community tips and the work of the police department. Police confirmed that he is the sole suspect at this time and is believed to be the person of interest captured on video from the shooting scenes.
Well, a terrifying situation in Wisconsin. Authorities there saying multiple people hospitalized after what they call a bonfire explosion. So this happened Friday night at a residence in the town of Maple Grove. According to the local county deputies, an unknown number of people were standing around a bonfire. They applied some sort of accelerant that caused the fire to burn out of control, causing a number of severe burn injuries. The names and ages of the victims have not yet been released. Sheriff's deputies still investigating. Well, back here at home, we can already see some of the events getting underway. San Antonio Startup Week is a 7-day mix of learning, events, and building businesses. And of course, it starts today.
So joining us in today's Leading SA segment is Philip Hernandez, COO of Geekdom and Executive Director for Startup Week. Good morning, Philip. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
So for those who don't know, Philip, what is Startup Week and what can people expect?
So San Antonio Startup Week is a 7-day conference that we put together. It's a celebration of all the startup ecosystem that we have in San Antonio. In these 7 days, you'll be able to learn about all the startups that are growing, all the resources that are available. This has been a collaborative effort to show off our community. I'm super excited.
So what events are you particularly excited for?
Well, so we have 5 premier events that are happening every night. So on Monday, we have the Startup Showcase. There you're going to be able to see 34 startups that are going to be here in our space at Geekdom downtown at the Rand building. And then Tuesday night, we have Trinity Stumberg competition, $50,000 prize up for grabs in that pitch competition. Wednesday night, Velocity Texas, a biomed and life sciences accelerator. They're going to have their demo day. You'll be able to hear what those companies have been up to. Thursday night, Generator. It's a cybersecurity accelerator, and we're going to hear about the 6 companies that have gone through that accelerator over the past few weeks. Each one has had $100,000 invested in them. So excited to hear what they've got going on. And then lastly, on Friday night, we have Tech Fuel, a $100,000 pitch competition put on by Bexar County. So that's going to be over at the Tobin Center. And then mixed through all of that, 9 to 5 every single day, we're going to have programming that's going to be sprinkled around downtown San Antonio.
All right, Philip, so we've done stories with Tech Fuel, with Velocity Texas, with Port San Antonio, and really so many businesses along that Houston corridor area. How have you seen tech and the sector grow here over the last decade? And from your perspective, what comes next?
So, I mean, the growth that I've seen in tech is that a lot of folks have been embracing it. We've seen some folks just reimagining how they do things, everything from one of our founders, Ashley Bird with Blooming with Birdie, kind of reimagining how we incorporate screen time in education with the young ones, and how we make the connection between screen time and real life. And then we've also seen from another one of our founders, Alberto Pino with Broston Homes, they've been able to bring folks to tour and purchase manufactured homes by doing virtual reality tours. So we've really seen companies just inject tech wherever they can to modify those solutions and help solve those problems. Where I think it's going next is more collaboration, more communication, and we're just going to see tech kind of help to reimagine how we solve problems.
How does San Antonio tech startup compare to the bigger metroplexes like Houston area or even Austin? Can we hang, or is it a competition? Like, how are we doing?
Yeah, absolutely. And, oftentimes, when folks are comparing us to other cities, they say like, oh, how can San Antonio be more like Austin or be more like Dallas or Houston? And I think now's the time that San Antonio is San Antonio. We can stand alone. We do have a strong and vibrant startup ecosystem. What really shines here is our culture. The culture in San Antonio, especially in the startup scene, everybody wants to lift each other up. There's a lot of collaboration, and you don't really see that a lot of other places like we see it here in San Antonio. I've witnessed it on my own. I've seen companies and founders help each other grow, and that's, I think, going to be our differentiator in San Antonio.
All right, so Philip, make the pitch. If anyone was thinking about a place to start their business, why should they pick San Antonio?
Absolutely. San Antonio, well, first off, it's affordable to come to San Antonio and live in our city. We have a beautiful downtown. It's very walkable. There's lots of space. There's tons of historic buildings that you come to San Antonio, you can get a corner office and have your founder set up, have your employees set up. And we just have a vibrant culture that is always evolving. So there's lots to do here. It's a great place to raise your family. And if you haven't realized the resources that we have at our disposal, these next 7 days will show you. We have resources for marketing, for funding, employees, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, I think San Antonio is a great place to grow your startup, and we've seen it happen.
All right, Philip, well, I'm sold on San Antonio, but I'm a little biased. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and good luck with y'all's week.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Philip. Time now, just about 8:39, 74 degrees out.
All right, the Grammy Award-winning duo Silk Sonic has withdrawn their album for Grammy consideration. We'll tell you why the duo decided this was best.
Coming up, we're going backstage to Transylvania to give you the behind-the-scenes look at the local production of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
And Justin Horn is in the building. He's got some great news for anyone who loves the cooler temps, and for so many of you out there who have just been waiting and waiting for this rain. We're going to check in with Justin in just a few moments.
Bombshell conclusion of the January 6th hearings after a surprise subpoena. Will Trump testify? Today, tough questions for Adam Kinzinger. Plus, the exit interview. Dr. Anthony Fauci, no question, off limits on ABC's This Week, the #1 news and politics show on Sunday mornings.
Welcome back. A unique production in San Antonio, bringing live interactions from center stage right to the audience.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show musical is coming to the Harley Quinn Theater after 47 years, and this time they want you to say the lines with them. Producer Alexis Page gives us a backstage look at the show.
Time is fleeting, and it's time for you to get your tickets to the local production of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
What I love about Rocky is honestly, it just invites anyone and everyone who might feel marginalized, who might just feel a little odd, and it brings everybody into a close-knit family and encourages their individuality. And I mean, that's why I think people flock to it, because authenticity, frankly, is what everyone craves.
It's not your typical musical theater experience. It is very interactive, but you know, we'll get you on your feet, we'll ask you to sing along.
It's a totally different experience every time you see it. A big part of the show is the call outs, which is when the audience interacts with the actors and kind of sets the tone as well. So it's always going to be a different experience, but bring your imagination and get ready to have a lot of fun.
I hear you wish to learn the time walk.
I do.
It's just a jump to the left.
With this cast, just head to Ksat.com for showtimes and ticket information. Alexis Page, Ksat 12 News.
Great job out there, Alexis. Look at her.
That was really impressive. I've not been able to hang like that.
That looks exciting.
So the Grammy Award-winning duo Silk Sonic withdrawing their album An Evening with Silk Sonic from consideration from the Grammys 2023 ceremony.
So Silk Sonic won 4 Grammy Awards earlier this year for the track Leave the Door Open, including Record of the Year and Song of the Year. In a statement, Bruno Mars, who was in the duo with Anderson .Paak, said being awarded at last year's ceremony and performing not once but twice was more than enough, saying, quote, "We'd be crazy to ask for anything more." Silk Sonic's representatives have not yet responded to requests for further comment.
All right, so maybe they're like, look, we've won enough. Let's give someone else the spotlight.
Yeah, good for them.
Good for them.
Great
All
album,
right.
too.
So speaking of spotlight, Justin Horn, you're in the spotlight today. You got some great news for us.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of excited about a change in the weather. It's been a long time coming, and we know some rain would go a long way to helping us as well. Let's take a look at the Drought Monitor. This came in, of course, on Thursday, but it shows just how bad things are around here. That maroon color, the exceptional drought, and really it's hit northeastern Bexar County and New Braunfels, San Marcos pretty hard, Seguin as well, but even all of San Antonio is within the extreme drought. Any sort of rain at this point would do a lot of good. We would love a really good downpour. There's a chance for that tomorrow. I don't think the rainfall totals are going to be just exceptionally high, but we could see half an inch to an inch in some spots. And as we look at the temperatures across the state, well, we're in the 70s here, but you go up into North Texas, there are some 50s. That is our frontal boundary. That is the front that will bring about all the changes as it moves in tonight. We expect it sometime around midnight. The cool air lags a little bit behind it, but it'll be shifting in during the day tomorrow. 58 Lubbock, 53 Amarillo, 63 Wichita Falls, 64 Dallas, and then 70s out ahead of this front. You go north, the air is even colder. This is that cold air mass. It's kind of surging south. 24 Casper, 29 Bismarck. And we'll feel some of that cooler air as we get into tomorrow. You can see all the rain that's associated with the front. Scattered showers already from Midland, Odessa up to Lubbock and Amarillo over towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We're still dry here, but I think we'll start to see a few showers developing in central Texas by late this afternoon. There's a flood watch also, I should point out, for parts of West Texas where they could see some pretty heavy rain out of all this. We're also going to watch for the potential of a couple strong storms this afternoon along the Rio Grande. Some of these storms coming out of Mexico could pack a punch, 1 or 2 of them. I think that this is a pretty low risk, but it is there. We do need to point it out. Anything that develops that would be on the strong side, it would be hail and gusty winds that we need to watch out for. As we go outside for you, mostly cloudy, sun starting to shine through. 75 degrees Stinson, 75 Kelly, 73 at Randolph, 72 Kerrville, 73 Pleasanton. So the numbers pretty consistent around the area. And that's due to cloud cover and moisture, and temperatures will start to rise here soon. Look at the dew points in the low 70s. That's very sticky air. And so it is going to be a humid day. Here's a look at the forecast. By 5 o'clock, we'll start to add in a couple of showers and storms, 20% chance, but our rain chances go up significantly as we get into tonight. Around midnight is that front starting to come through. And then some good chances of rain as we get into tomorrow morning. The morning commute has the potential to be a little bit messy, and it's going to be cooler by sunrise tomorrow, and then temperatures may fall throughout the day. I think by the end of the day, we could see temperatures in the mid 60s, maybe even cooler than that. Still a 40% chance of rain at 4 o'clock, and then rain chances will start to taper off Monday night. And as we look at rainfall potential, again, half an inch up to an inch, maybe in some of these spots here around San Antonio. As you go east, actually, the numbers will be a little bit lower. As you go west, they jump up. And it's around Del Rio and Eagle Pass where the totals could be up to 3 inches of rain. 81 degrees at 11 o'clock, 84 noontime. We'll go partly cloudy this afternoon. 90 at 3 o'clock, 91 high temperature. There's that 20% chance of rain as we head into this evening. And then tomorrow, very, very different. Lots of clouds, rain around, windy conditions. Temperatures start off near 70 in the morning, but I think they probably fall into the mid 60s by dinner time, and then eventually into the 50s by Tuesday morning. And not only that, it's going to be a windy day. We'll see gusts close to 30 miles per hour out of the north coming up tomorrow. And the clouds will stick around on Tuesday, too, for a while, so that'll keep temperatures down. 68. It's not until Wednesday that the sun pops back out, at least full force, and we'll get those temperatures up to 72. But with clear skies Wednesday morning, 47, the projected low, 49 Thursday morning. And really nice weather to finish out the work week, but tomorrow will be somewhat of an active day.
Can't wait. Thank you so much, Justin.
Thank you.
As if he's responsible for this.
Weather wizard, Justin Warren. Thank you.
Yep.
Time now, 8:50, 75 degrees out.
Are you in a relationship that feels bad or scary? So coming up tomorrow on GMSA, how to spot a toxic relationship and what to do about it. A class that hasn't happened in the past 2 years because of the pandemic is now back. It's a free American Sign Language class, and it's being held today, taught by MacArthur American High School Language Honor Society students. The classes are free and open to the public. This is going to be every Sunday from 3 to 4 p.m. located at the Brook Hollow Library. That's on 530 Heimer Road. They will be going on until November 20th. If you plan on attending, you'll be learning the basics of ACL and deaf culture.
All right, we have a big Sunday. Yesterday, we had a huge Saturday. Talk about some upsets out there, but shouts to UT. Getting a big win over Iowa State. Some games to watch today. Jets, Packers. That'll be interesting. Remember, Packers coming off that London game where they lost to the Giants. No one's happy about that. Bills and Chiefs. This is a rematch of last year's championship game determined. Very exciting. And of course, Sunday Night Football, the game we have been waiting for. Cowboys, Eagles. Sarah, who you got? Or Sarah Costa, who you got?
Well, I'm going to go for the Cowboys.
Okay.
I know you're an Eagles fan.
Yeah, Justin, who you got? Eagles, Cowboys.
Cowboys are on a roll, man.
I know.
So we'll see.
It's hard to pick against them right now. Just saying. Okay, we do need to alert you about a crash. This is on I-10 at Hackberry. This is eastbound. The freeway is still shut down, so all traffic is being forced to exit there onto the service road. Serious accident. We don't know how much longer it'll be closed down, but that may cause some traffic issues. Planning forecast, 91 degrees today. There's a small chance for some showers and storms this afternoon, but that front comes through tonight. That brings about the big changes. Cooler tomorrow, windy, cloudy, chances for showers and storms. And still some clouds on Tuesday, but a great week thereafter.
Cannot wait. Thank you so much, Justin.
Yep, Justin, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday.
Go Cowboys.